What it do, what it do. Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. What's good with it, y'all? We got my man Smooth Groove Boxing off in the building from that Oak Cliff. Phil J 508 in the building. Mike Rhyme in the building. What's happening with it? Yeah. And y'all hit the like button as you come in the building. Yeah, we gonna cook today for sure. Picasso, what's happening with it? Salute. Cassandra, the Queen Mason in the building. What's going on with it, Cassandra? Salute to your Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati, they showing out, ain't they? And my man Smooth Groove Boxing off in that super chat. Yes, sir. And I appreciate you always coming through showing love, Smooth Groove. Picasso said Oak Cliff in the building. He in the building representing that Oak Cliff too. Iceman, what's happening with it? Broderick Hunter, what's happening with it? Stan 92, what's good with it? Yeah, we gonna definitely cook today. Soldier of God, what's happening with it? Yeah, it's been a long time, Cassandra, for y'all. Last time y'all made it to the Super Bowl was 89. 89. That means that you've been on the sideline watching the Super Bowls longer than I have. Because I've been on the sideline for 26 straight years watching the Super Bowl. And when I say me, I mean, you know what I'm saying, with my team. And you've been longer than me. Shit. You got what? 89? That's what? Shit. 30 years? That's 30. 80. Wait, no, 80. Yeah, 30. About 30, 31 years. That's 33 years. Woo, that's a long time, Cassandra. Y'all better get there and show out. I like Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Y'all got a bright looking future with Cincinnati because if they fix that line, that offensive line is horrible. If they fix y'all offensive line, the NFL got problems for a long time. Cause y'all special. Who else we got in the building? Mr. DBMH, salute. Phil J. Milwaukee Money, what's happening with it? Yeah. Broderick Hunter, what's happening? He say, try never, the Lions, yeah. Yeah, the Lions, they just, you might as well just forget about that shit for the rest of your life. That ain't happening, Broderick. The Lions ain't never making it to no Super Bowl. For real. The NFL gonna end before they make it to the Super Bowl. I know that. And shit, I might be riding the boat with you, shit. I don't know. The Cowboys ain't getting no closer than the Lions anyway. Really, to tell you the truth. Robert Pitt says, I'm from Ohio, but never been a fan of the Bengals, but I'm fucking with the home site, and I like Burrows as well. You like Burrow? Yeah, Burrows, he's a monster. And I salute you not coming in here acting like you was a Cincinnati fan, because there's a whole bunch of Bengals fans coming out of nowhere. It's a whole lot of Cincinnati Bengals fans coming out of nowhere. It's crazy. I'm like, where the fuck are all these Cincinnati Bengals fans? I ain't never seen nobody really rep the Cincinnati Bengals except for, cats from Ohio and shit. Now, Cincinnati Bengals fans is everywhere. I said, God damn. That shit crazy. It don't make no sense. All these Cincinnati Bengals fans now. But salute to the Los Angeles Rams. Salute to the Cincinnati Bengals. These playoffs have been amazing. Like, real talk, this whole NFL playoffs has been amazing. Ain't been not one dull game. All games have been down to the wire. I ain't really never seen no playoffs like this that I can think of. every game been close and down to the wire, or they going to overtime. Like, this shit been amazing. So, you know, the NFL really put on. They really put on this time. Money Brown TV in the building. Yeah, his Rams is in it. And you know what? I like both teams. I like the underdog story of the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love the underdog story of the Cincinnati Bengals, because really, who really thought that the Bengals at the beginning of the season, that the Bengals was gonna be in the Super Bowl? You feel me? And then I like the Rams because it's players that they put in work for a long time, like Odell Beckham. I want to see Odell Beckham win one. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Odell Beckham, man, he done been through a lot in his career, a whole lot in his career, and they counted Odell Beckham out. They tried to run with a narrative like Odell Beckham was just washed up, like he wasn't shit no more. Shipped him off to LA. You know what I'm talking about? Well, they cut him, and he ended up going to LA. So yeah, I want to see Odell get one. Aaron Donald been putting in work for a long time. I fuck with Aaron Donald. So yeah. They're my two main reasons for wanting to see the I always call them St. Louis. The LA Rams win it. But then, like I said, I love the underdog story of the Cincinnati Bengals too. I mean, come on now. You got a quarterback in his second year. You got a rookie wide receiver that's just killing shit. And then they actually got statistically the worst. 817 the fool. What's happening with the 817? Statistically, they got the worst offensive line in the NFL. When have you seen a team with the worst offensive line in the NFL go to the Super Bowl? That shows you how great Joe Burrow is. That shows you how great he is. With that horrible ass offensive line, he going to the Super Bowl. So yeah, I like both teams. You know, I like both teams. I want to see both teams win for separate reasons, separate players. Matthew Stafford, Andrew Whitworth, Von Miller, Ramsey, and more. Money hype up. Money is hyped. That boy Money Brown, he hype about that shit. DP Rocker, what's happening with it? What's happening with it? Hey, man, 817, man, he been trolling, man. He been trolling all the 49ers fans since yesterday, man. He came on Blue show trolling, and Blue wasn't having that shit yesterday, 817. I'm going to let you know. Blue wasn't trying to hear none of that shit, man. And I feel Blue, because I've been right there. Like, I know how Blue feel, because I didn't felt that way with the Cowboys. Like, I really felt that shit in, 2017 when the Cowboys lost to the Green Bay. I felt that way in 2017 when Cowboys lost to Green Bay. I think it was 2015 when they lost to Green Bay. I felt that way with the catch with Dez Bryant. And I really, really felt that way. Like, I was hurt back in when – what year was it? I think it was 2000. Was it 2007? Yep, with 2007 when Tony Romo fucked up and threw that interception in the end zone against the Lions. And that year, I really felt that we was going to go to the Super Bowl and win it. That was the year when the Patriots went undefeated and then lost to the Giants. And remember, we lost to the Giants, and I was hurt. Like that, I was hurt. I ain't going to lie. Blue said he shed a tear. I might have shed a couple of them too. That I was hurt. I remember I was out watching the game, and yeah, I think I kicked a hole in the wall at the bar restaurant that we was at. I was mad. I left. I turned my phone off. I took a nap. I took one of them baby naps and shit. When you crying and you're a little kid and you crying so much you got to take a nap. Yeah, I was hurt. I ain't gonna lie. That 2007, that shit, it took me years to get over that. It took me years to get over that loss. So I felt Blue. When Blue said he wasn't trying to hear none of that bullshit y'all was talking about, 817, I felt him. I felt his pain. even though the 49ers, you know, that's a rivalry we got with them from the 80s. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I was gonna troll, but I felt Blues pain, so I ain't get on them. Man, and what's good with my man A1 Hoop Zone, my man Emmanuel H in the building. What's happening with it, Emmanuel H? Yeah, so like I said, that shit, when I think back to that 2007 season, 2006, 2000, or no, it was 2007, 2008 season with the Cowboys, that shit kind of hurt me to this day to talk about it. Because, man, T.O. was going off. T.O. was supposed to get his Super Bowl with the Cowboys that year. Man, that shit really hurt me to this day. We had the team that year, out of all of the years since, we last won it in 96, that was the team that we should have won it with. A1 Hoops on say, that mean you've been crying since the 90s. Nah, man, we dominated in the 90s. I don't know where you was at, A1 Hoops on, Emmanuel. We was dominating in the 90s. We had whoever your team was in the 90s, A1, we had y'all crying. You did a lot of crying in the 90s because we dominated all the way, to 96. But, he said that mean that you was crying since the 90s. Last cheerleader from the last Super Bowl the Cowboys won is like 11 years old. You mean 41 years old or something. Shit. Oh, man. That shit crazy. But, he said 111 years old. Shit, you might be right. Outside the box media, salute. Yeah, he did. 817. They know Dez caught that shit, man. I'm telling you, man, we ain't got no luck in the playoffs. We always get a quarterback that choke. If it ain't Tony, first it was Tony Romo. Now it's this motherfucker Dak Prescott with his sorry no throwing ass. But anyway, let's get to it. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit my like button. You had some fights on ESPN this weekend, and they was cool. They was cool. I enjoyed the fights. I know a lot of people was shitting on the fights that they had on ESPN this weekend because it wasn't no names that we know. But I keep telling y'all, even if it's not names that we familiar with or it's big mismatches, ESPN, they got good matchmaking to make exciting fights. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going to put on fights that's just going to bore you and put you to sleep. I didn't think none of them fights was boring. You know what I'm talking about? A1 Hoops on say, salute though, bro. I was just trolling. He said, I will get him next. He said, y'all will get him next year or the next year after that. Shit. I ain't going to sit up here and tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Knockout Boxing 86 TV will come in here and tell you every year they're going to win the Super Bowl. I ain't one of them. I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We got more holes in our game than Swiss cheese. W right side, what's happening with it? What's happening with it? B Fry from Detroit checking in the building. What's good with it? But yeah, so them fights this weekend, you know what I'm saying? That was straight. Big Shot Shaw, he went out there against Joey Daweko. Now, I know Joey Daweko, and I've been watching Joey Daweko pretty much his whole career. Tough fighter from Philly. But let's keep it 100. Joey Daweko was not in shape. They said he took the fight like on a week or two notice. So, you know what I'm saying? You could look at him. He was fat and flabby, looking like Butterbean and shit in the ring. He wasn't in shape. So I expected Big Shot Shaw to go out there and to just put it on dude. Now, Big Shot Shaw, he's good. You know what I'm saying? He's good. But when I look at Big Shot Shaw, I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. I don't think he fucking with Big Baby Jared Anderson. I don't even really know if he fucking with Daniel Dubois or what's his name? Joe Joyce. I don't know if he fucking with any of them. I don't know if Big Shaw is fucking with a Daniel Dubois or a Joe Joyce. And I pretty much know he ain't fucking with no big baby Jared Anderson right now. You feel me? Because I don't know. I just seen like he was timid in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was watching the fight, I just think he was a little timid because Joey DeWeco was there. You know what I'm saying? He was there and he wanted to go. But Big Shaw was he was being real timid, you know what I'm saying? Because Joey DeWeco was there to get hit with any and everything but the kitchen sink. And I think that Big Shaw should have just poured it on him and got him up out of there. But he was being timid, and you could tell he was worried about Joey DeWeco coming back with them counters. You know what I'm saying? He was worried about Joey DeWeco coming back with them counters. And I seen some holes in his game to where if he had to get in a real dog fight with one of these dogs in the heavyweight division, I'm going to keep it 100. I fuck with Big Shaw. I just don't see him coming out with the victory. I see him get knocked out by a Jared Anderson or what's his name? From the UK. What's the dude from the UK? I just said his name. Daniel Dubois and what's the other dude from the UK, y'all? I just said his name. Joe Joyce. Yeah. I don't know. Even that white boy. What's the white boy from the big white dude that fight on DAZN? Hergovich. I don't know. They put him in the ring with a Daniel Dubois, a Joe Joyce, a Big Baby Anderson, a Hergovich. I don't see him beating none of them dudes. Now, he got good boxing skills, right? He got real good boxing skills. I like how he moves. He boxes and moves more like a light heavyweight or something. You know what I'm saying? He moves better than the heavyweight. But the thing is just he's too timid for me. Like I noticed things like that, and he was just too timid for me. Outside the box media say Adam Kornacki. Yeah. I think he beats Adam Kornacki. You know what I'm saying? I think that he outboxes Adam Kornacki and he stay on the outside and, you know, play the safe role and just beat up Adam Kornacki from the outside, right? Because you can outbox Adam Kornacki. His defense ain't even existing, right? But them other dudes, I don't like his chances against them other dudes. C. Wood says, nope, Anderson will sleep Big Shaw. Yeah, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? And he's 30 years old already, or 29. He like 29 to 30 already. And like I said, he got some real good boxing skills, but to me, he just ain't got that grit, that dog to where, you know, I ain't scared of shit. So, yeah, I don't know. You know, but he went out there and he did his thing. I don't think that he would have got the stoppage because Joey DeWeco, he didn't look like that he was willing to press the gas and do what he had to do to get Joey DeWeco out of there. Like, even when he would flurry on Joey DeWeco, he would step back and kind of, like, you know what I'm saying, play the safe role instead of just going all the way in for the kill. He wasn't ready to do that. And, you know, Joey DeWeco's corner threw in the towel because they saw that Joey DeWeco was, you know what I'm saying, he ain't had no chance of winning. I don't know why they threw in the towel when they threw in the towel, because it's like you didn't watch this man get beat almost 8 straight rounds, and then you throw in the towel with a minute left in the last round. You might as well let him finish the fight then. I don't know what's up with these corner men nowadays. Like, let the man finish the fucking fight now. You didn't watch me get beat up for 8 rounds. It's only a minute left in the fight. And then now you want to throw in the towel? Bitch, you should have thrown in the towel on me 2 rounds ago. If that was you was going to do. So you sat here and watched me take punishment for almost 2 extra rounds. And then you're going to decide to throw in the towel? Come on, man. I wasn't feeling that shit. You got to let the man finish the fucking fight. Go, you know what I'm saying? These corner men, man, with these towels, they getting weird with these towels throwing in and shit. Hamilton still said, that's what I thought as well. Let him finish the fight. What's the point now? Yeah, like, what is the point? Mark Stearns in the building. What's happening with it? C. Wood. Yeah, that was a dumbass stoppage. All around strong LLC. What's happening with it? Yeah, man, like, let the man finish the fucking fight. It's a minute left. You sit here and watch him get beat all this time. Now you want to throw in the towel. And I be really thinking sometimes, it's like, is these corner men, is they betting on the fight? Like, is they betting on the knockout and shit? Because ever since all this gambling became legal, I'm seeing a whole lot of fishy shit going on in boxing. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm seeing a whole lot of fishy shit. And it's been fishy shit going on in boxing forever. But I'm saying even more so now. It's like, man, I wouldn't even put it past none of these trainers and these corner men and shit. I wouldn't put it past them, you know, that they got their money up betting on the knockout and shit. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Who else fought on that card? Oh, yeah. So the Nico Ali kid, right? The Nico Ali kid. And I'm going to give y'all my thoughts on how they trying to build the Nico Ali kid. And they building like the whole telecast around Nico Ali. Like, you done told this story a million times. Every time this kid fight, you put the spotlight on him. You build a story around him. And I see what they trying to do. You know what I'm saying? They trying to build him up and get as much money off of him as they can, right? They trying to build him into a future superstar because of who his granddaddy is, right? Because of Muhammad Ali, his granddaddy. But my thing is, like, I know he only got, what, 4-5 fights now? But I don't see it. I don't know. I don't see him being no star. I thinking they pushing it, and I think they gonna fucking come into a roadblock. I don't see it in him. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, he learning, he getting some skills here and there, but I just don't see it in him. And another thing is, like, he fought an MMA fighter last night, right? Nico Ali, he fought a guy that he wasn't no boxer. He was a MMA fighter. And this is the thing that I'm saying about people shitting on Jake Paul. People are shitting on Jake Paul for fighting an MMA fighter. I've seen several boxers fight MMA fighters. I've seen, what's his name? Tommy Fury. He fought an MMA fighter his last fight. It ain't nobody shitting on none of these boxers when they fight MMA fighters, but everybody's shitting on Jake Paul when he fight an MMA fighter. And I'm trying to tell people, when these dudes is, you know, coming up, when they had their first 10 fights of what they fighting bums, it might be 5 MMA fighters that they didn't fight. They're just fighting for professional for their first time. So yeah, Nico Ali, he fought an MMA fighter. You know, Top Rank, they got the best matchmakers in boxing. And Sheena, salute to the Queen Sheena in the building. Top Rank, they got the best matchmakers in boxing. So of course, they're gonna match him up strategically against fighters that he can look great against, you know. And that's what they're doing. I see what they're doing, but I just don't see greatness in him. I could be wrong. Maybe he could become great. Let me see. 6 years down the line. He got a long ways to go. So if they intended on moving him very slowly, matching him up very strategically for the next 6 years, they might get a, you know what I'm saying, pretty good fighter out of him. But do they have that much patience? Are they going to go that long with it? I don't know. Because like I said, it looked like to me, they trying to basically paint a narrative that he's this and that, and they trying to build him up to be like his grandfather and all of that, or a great fighter, and I just don't see it. I don't have nothing against the kid. I just don't see it. You know, it's cool. You know how they hype up the story. They make it exciting every time he fight, make you intrigued to watch him fight. But I just ain't seeing it. Hey, Jay Grant say, I wish they would stop with the Caucasian clay. hey, bro. Hey, dude said Caucasian clay. Hey, you was a fucking fool for that, man. Terry Smoot Jr., what's happening with it? He said, tell Top Rank to put Nico Ali in there with Rob Brant. Nah, you don't. That ain't even. Come on, man. Why would you do that? Why would you do some shit like that this early? I'm not even saying put him in there with no high-profile fighter. I'm just saying move him how you gonna move him. You know what I'm saying? Continue to move him how you moving him. But I don't think it's gonna last that long. I really don't. Because soon as he get in there with a rough, rugged dog, the dude ain't even gotta know how to fight well. But the way this kid fight, soon as he get in there with somebody that's rough and rugged, that's gonna push him back, and like a Salido or some shit like that. Somebody that fight like a Orlando Salido, or a rough, rugged, just wild motherfucker. If they don't put him in the ring with nobody like that, because they gonna bully that kid. You know what I'm saying? He's soft. I could look at him and tell he's soft. He a finesse fighter. He's soft. And they gonna bully the fuck out of him. What I think about Evan Holyfield, I think I like Evan Holyfield. I like Evan Holyfield. I think that Evan Holyfield gonna be way better than Nico Ali. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot more dog in him that I can see right now than the Nico Ali. I like Evan Holyfield, but I could be biased because I was, Holyfield is one of my all-time favorite fighters. Like, shit, when I was coming up, you couldn't tell me shit about Holyfield. Like, that was my favorite fighter. Him and Roy Jones. But, so I could be biased, but I like Evan Holyfield. Knockout. Knockout tried to creep in here real quiet today. What's happening, Knockout? Hey, yeah, Knockout. I'm getting on your ass. I'm getting on you. Y'all see Knockout. He tried to creep in the building real quiet and shit. He ain't really want to comment, but Knockout gonna show love and support, so he commented anyway. But he didn't want to comment because he know I'm gonna put him on blast. So we had Knockout talking about that Robinson Conceicao, I think Robinson, was gonna get stopped in the 9th round. You know what I'm saying? He said that Xavier Martinez was gonna stop Robinson Conceicao in the 9th round. Now, I'm glad that I know both fighters, and I have much more sense than that. I'm glad that I watched, that I listened to my own mind and said, man, Knockout that lost his goddamn mind if he think this dude Xavier Martinez finna knock out Robinson Conceicao. But I respect my man Knockout opinion. But once again, he was wrong. And even though you're wrong, I still got love for. And even though you're wrong, you still got love from Bone. Hey, you were wrong. But we still got love for Knockout. You was wrong, Knockout, but we still got love for you. You know what I'm saying? Brush yourself off and try again next week. Brush yourself off and try again next week, Knockout. Now I'll fuck it with Knockout. Hey, Knockout. That's my fam. I'm fucking with Knockout. He know I'm gonna get on him and shit. But salute to Knockout. He finna come on here real quick and let you know how many other fights he got right on the week. Oh shit. Hey, Knockout said I was almost right. Man, that boy got his ass beat. What was they? Did they go 10 rounds? That boy won. Xavier Martinez won 1 round. He won 1 round talking about I was almost right. Hey, shit. Hey, Knockout talking about I was almost right. My nigga, he won 1 round. Nigga, you wasn't nowhere near right. You was as wrong could be. Dude won 1 round the whole fight talking about I was almost right. Hey, Knockout, we can't count them 6 other fights. when it's 1,000 to 1 odds and shit, and you getting them fights right, everybody got those fights right. Knockout. Knockout talking about I was 6-1. Nigga, the other 6 fights you got right, everybody picked those fights. Hey, shit. You can't knockout. You gonna have to fix your knockout. You gonna have to fix your prediction record, my nigga. You gonna have to stop predicting these 1,000 to 1 odds and shit. Talking about fucking I got the fights right, nigga. Everybody in boxing, everybody that don't have boxing, fucking got them shits right. Oh shit. Oh shit. Devin Haney talking about fucking knockout talking about Devin Haney knocked out Antonio Moran. See, I told y'all I got the fight right. Like, nigga, everybody got that shit right. Cut the bullshit, nigga. Take some of them fucking them W's off of your goddamn prediction records. From now on, we only predicted fights that they can't be no more than 3-1 odds. If they more than 3-1 odds, we ain't even putting them on a prediction record. Knockout. We gonna fix that shit. We gonna fix that shit. Hey, nah, I'm fucking with Knockout. Knockout. If you want a link to come cook, let me know. If you want to, I know I'm on here talking all this shit. Knockout in the background. Mad as a motherfucker talking about, man, you fucking up my prediction record. Nah, but y'all know. Knockout, he used to be on point. I ain't gonna lie. Knockout been right sometimes when I've been hella wrong. You know, I'm just fucking with Knockout. Hey, I feel you. Knockout say, I just cover all the fights. It ain't my problem these dudes ain't fighting. It's a problem in boxing, not mine. I feel you, Knockout. You know I'm fucking with you, man. Batman in the building. What's happening with it, Bat? What's good with it, Bat? But yeah, so let's go to the Robinson-Conceicao. I think you said Robinson-Conceicao. Like, wow. Like my man is singing OG. Robinson-Conceicao. Wow. And salute to KQ. So Robinson-Conceicao, he beat the dog shit out of Xavier Martinez. Damn near shut Xavier Martinez out. You know what I'm saying? He damn near shut him out. Robinson-Conceicao, he gonna be a problem at 130 pounds. I would love to see him and Shakur Stevenson fight because I think that is a chess match right there. Now I got Shakur Stevenson beating him, but I think that's a chess match. You feel me? I think that's a chess match. Hey, what's happening with Jay Cooley? We always got a nigga that come in, that read the title and just come in all the way off the fuck topic. Nigga, ain't nobody talking about Keith Thurman yet. Hold on, we gonna get to Keith Thurman, Jay Cooley. And hey, Jay Cooley, that's my dog too, straight from Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? From my hometown. But yeah, Jay Cooley. We gonna get to Keith Thurman. Jay Cooley couldn't wait to shit on Keith. He couldn't wait to shit on Keith Thurman. We gonna get to Keith Thurman, Jay. But Robinson-Conceicao, he can fight. Dude can fight. You know what I'm saying? And now people see that he can fight. It wasn't no fluke what you saw with Oscar Valdez. Now, a lot of and I heard my partner Knockout say that Oscar Valdez was robbed. I mean that Conceicao was robbed versus Oscar Valdez. I don't think Conceicao was robbed versus Oscar Valdez. I really don't. And I don't like Oscar Valdez at all. I thought that Oscar Valdez won out of the first 6 rounds. I thought he won like 5 of the rounds, right? Now, I thought that Oscar Valdez did win the fight, but I thought Oscar Valdez let Robinson-Conceicao close the gap, you know, on the the back end of the fight. I think he let him close the gap on the back end of the fight, and I wasn't feeling that. You know what I'm saying? Because he slowed down a lot on the back end of the fight, and Valdez started taking it to him. Valdez had him on his back foot. Valdez was landing a lot of body shots, a lot of count shots. You feel me? So, like I said, I think that Robinson-Conceicao should have won the fight versus Valdez. No doubt he should have won. But we always say you got to define a robbery. What is a robbery? A robbery is Pernell Whitaker versus Chavez. A robbery is Andre Durrell versus Carl Froch. When you got a 10 rounds to 2, 11 rounds to 1, some shit like that. Like, that's a robbery. 9 to 3, right? But that fight, like I said, Robinson-Conceicao, that's his fault. You know you fighting in the man's hometown. You fighting in the man's hometown. Literally, you fighting in the man's backyard, right? You got a whole arena booing you and ready to fuck shit up if they announce the victory for you instead of Oscar Valdez. You knew that. So why would you let off the gas? You know what I'm saying? He let off the gas. He let off the gas and he let Oscar Valdez take a lot of them rounds on the, the second part of the fight. So, now, like I said, Oscar Valdez, he still lost, clearly, but it wasn't no huge robbery like that. I've seen a lot worse. You know what I'm saying? So that was his fault. That was his fault. He let that man come in and come back. Good Body News says, in the man's hometown off PEDs, man, he said it was a lose-lose. Yeah, and the dude was on PEDs anyway. We know that. So anyway, you look at it, Oscar Valdez should have lost if they scored the fight like they were supposed to score the fight. Yeah, Oscar Valdez, he should have lost. But it wasn't no robbery to me because Oscar Valdez did take a lot of them rounds in the second half of the fight. And Robinson-Conceicao, he laid off. The man says, Mikael Fox, that was a robbery. Like I said, when you have a fighter winning one round in the whole fight and then you scored for that fighter that won one round, come on, man. 817 Boxing B, happy birthday. Happy birthday to 817. Yeah. I seen you, man. I seen you doing your shit on that cruise. Hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed yourself. God Body News says, can he contest the loss to PEDs? Nah, he can't now. He can't because he knew of it ahead of time and then he still got in the ring and fought. You feel me? He knew of it ahead of time and he still got in the ring and fought. That was the thing. Now, if he had basically contested it before and said, no, I'm not fighting this dude. Nah, fuck that. I ain't fighting him. He got popped on PEDs. I'm not getting in the ring fighting him. Then he might have been able to get somewhere with it. But now he can't. But anyway, I like Robinson-Conceicao. I like him. Solid fighter. A solid fighter. Speaking of Shakur Stevenson, let's talk about Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez with his scary ass. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop some links. If y'all want to come in here and cook, y'all can, cook on this situation. Because real talk, I'm about sick of Oscar Valdez. I'm sick of that scary bitch. You know what I'm saying? This scary PD taking, tea drinking ass. I'm sick of Oscar Valdez. So we're going to talk about this. So like I said, if you want to grab a link and cook on this shit, let's get it popping. Oscar Valdez. So Mr. Oscar Valdez, we already know that ESPN had announced that Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson was getting it popping on April the 30th. They getting it cracking on April 30th, right? We all, excited about the fight. Hell yeah, this shit going down. They finally fight. We know that Oscar Valdez, he been ducking Shakur Stevenson since 126 pounds. So that means that he's been ducking Shakur Stevenson for at least the last 3 years. He's been ducking Shakur Stevenson. You feel me? He actually relinquished his title because he was going to have to fight Shakur Stevenson. They backed him into a corner at 126 pounds, right? They backed him into a wall. They said, hey, you fight Shakur Stevenson, or you're going to have to drop that title. This bitch looked up 5 pounds and was like, you know what? Or 4 pounds, right? He looked up ahead 4 pounds and she said, you know what? I don't even want to fight at 126 no more. I'm moving up to 130. You know what? Y'all can have this belt because I don't give a fuck about it. I ain't fighting Shakur Stevenson, right? That's exactly what happened. So Shakur said, all right, bet. I'm going to do what I got to do for 1 or 2 more fights down here at 126. And Shakur immediately went up to 130 pounds. And he said, you know what? I'm on your ass again. I'm on your ass again. So you thought that you could get rid of me. I'm on your ass again. So Shakur, he had to go and wait. He waited and waited and waited. He finally got his chance against Harrington. Bam. He take Harrington belt. Beat the dog shit out of him. Stop him. Now, he looking right at Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez, what's up? We've been trying to make this fight for years. What's popping? Here come Bob Arum. Well, Valdez doesn't want the fight. We cannot make Oscar Valdez take the fight. I mean, it's up to the fighter. I can go to Oscar Valdez and I can tell Valdez, Shakur Stevenson wants to fight you. But Oscar Valdez and his team, they don't want to fight. So we was like, well, fuck it. You know, fuck it. It ain't going to happen. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to make Oscar Valdez fight Shakur Stevenson. And it don't look like that motherfucking Bob Arum is interested in making Oscar Valdez fight Shakur Stevenson. So we all pretty much gave up on it. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about Shakur moving to 135. We was like, fuck it. Shakur he just gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, fight Vasil Lomachenko and move up to 135 or something. Fuck it. We give up. This motherfucker ain't gonna fight Shakur Stevenson, and ain't nobody gonna make him fight Shakur Stevenson. So it is what it is. You feel me? So then something happened with Mr. Terrence Crawford. And I think that Terrence Crawford's allegations with Top Rank, I think they had something to do with them moving on the Shakur Stevenson situation, right? I think that ESPN, like my man Blue said last night, they had a lot to do with it. I think that ESPN, right? Because let's keep it 100. Bob Arum didn't have no intentions on making Oscar Valdez versus Shakur Stevenson because, like Bob Arum told you, he said, look, they don't want to fight Shakur. Eddie Reynoso and motherfucking Oscar Valdez, he don't want to fight Shakur Stevenson. And we seen it with our own eyes because he would get in front of the cameras and tell y'all, yeah, I like Shakur. I want to fight Shakur Stevenson. Let's make that happen. And then he'll go back and do interviews and act like Shakur Stevenson don't exist and get to calling out Navarrete and shit. And then, like I said, Bob Arum, he busted him out. They was like, well, Bob, Shakur said, Oscar Valdez said that he wants to fight Shakur Stevenson. What? That's a lie. Valdez told me behind the scenes that he did not want to fight Shakur Stevenson. So the man he just busted your ass out. Bob Arum snitched on you. He said, y'all going behind the scenes saying, hey, whatever you do, don't put me in the ring with Shakur Stevenson. We ain't fighting him. Right? This is all true. This is all true. So, bam. We gave up on it. But like I said, I think what happened is that you got Terrence Crawford coming out with these allegations saying, hey, they don't want to make certain fights with black fighters, right? They ain't moving black fighters like they moving the other fighters, and they showing favoritism towards Mexican fighters. All that shit that he said, right? Is it a coincidence that right after that, a fight that we all had pretty much gave up on, bam, now they announced the fight. Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez. And I think that ESPN, right? I think that ESPN went to Bob Arum and was like, hey, because y'all got to remember, Shakur Stevenson had said that about Bob Arum. He was like, man, he's protecting Oscar Valdez, right? I'm a black fighter. He don't move me. He's not moving me like he moving the rest of these fighters, right? And he's protecting Oscar Valdez. Shakur Stevenson came out and said this shit, right? So it ain't no coincidence that, bam, after all this Terrence Crawford shit, finally, we all of a sudden we get Oscar Valdez versus Shakur Stevenson. And I think that ESPN went to Bob Arum and was like, hey, we got to jump on this quick, right? You got to put this fight together, Bob, right? We got to jump on this shit quick because you looking bad out here in the media. You looking bad. And Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez, that's a big fight for Top Rank, and they can use that as an example on you. When y'all go to the court, they can use that as an example. Look, this man got a potential superstar in Shakur Stevenson, right? That's a champion. And he has a unification bout with another champion that's a Mexican fighter in the same weight division, and he's not making the fight. You had the same ordeal at 126, and he never made the fight. So that's going to put a whole lot of validity to what Terrence Crawford was saying. So I think that they went to Bob Arum. They said, hey, look, you got to move on this situation. You got to move quick. I think Bob Arum looked at the situation or whoever, make the matches at Top Rank, and they agreed, and they all agreed like, yeah, we got to make this shit happen. So they made it happen. Well, it's only one problem, Batman. They made it happen, but it's only one problem, Batman. They was pushing this fight in the media, right? They was pushing this fight on Oscar Valdez, but it's just like, Batman, you gotta do in the streets. You got beef with, right? And he got all his partners, and his partners is like, hey, you got to take that fade with Batman. You've been talking all that shit. You're gonna have to take that fade with Batman. Batman's standing right there. He's standing right there, but he don't want to get in that circle and get that fade. But his partners is pushing him in that circle. And they like, nah, you got to go out there. And every time they push him, he turn around and you standing right there with your hands up like, what's popping? I'm ready. And they pushing him in the circle, but he don't want to go in that circle. That's Oscar Valdez. ESPN and Top Rank, they was pushing him in that circle, right? They was pushing him to the smoke with Shakur Stevenson. But the whole time they pushing him to the smoke with Shakur Stevenson, he ain't agreed to that shit, right? They trying to put the story out there. This fight happened in April the 30th, this, and that, right? So they trying to cave him in. They was trying to cave him in to make him take the fight because we announce it and we say that the fight is announced and it's happening and all this. Well, he ain't gonna have no choice but to fucking take the fight. But the thing is, the man don't want the fight. He don't want the fight. So now we hearing that he refusing to sign the contract. That ain't no fucking surprise to me. It was a surprise to me when they was trying to act like that he had signed the contract. Because I'm like, damn, how the fuck they get Oscar Valdez to sign on to fight Shakur Stevenson? Like, fuck. They must have been paying him some huge money. Now, they ain't came out with the story on why he don't want to sign the fight yet, but we know why he don't want to sign the fight. They ain't got to come out with the story. Now, how they going to get him to sign for the fight, I don't know. But I think what Oscar Valdez is doing right now is that he is stalling, and they're trying to come up with some reason to why they're not going to sign that contract. That's what it is. Bob Arum already told you. We technically can't make these fighters get in the ring and fight each other. You know what I'm saying? We can tell them what they should do, what we want them to do, but we can't make them get in the ring and fight each other. And Oscar Valdez, his sorry, scary ass, he's trying to hold on to that title as long as he can. Bro, give it up. Give the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Go on in there, stop ducking Shakur Stevenson with your scary ass, and take that ass whooping and move on. Take that ass whooping and move on. 817 said Valdez trying to catch COVID somewhere. Man, like I said, I don't put it past him. I wouldn't be surprised if they come out and say, hey, the reason Oscar Valdez didn't want to sign a contract is because he got COVID. He having complications with COVID. You feel me? Man, cook on this situation.
Man, look, Keith, man, that man got his ass beat by Robinson, man. He gonna get the shit beat out of him by Shakur, man. I mean, he can't handle a pure boxer. You saw that. He wasn't out of rowdy for they can sit in front of each other. And he's the better boxer than Nada Rowdy, so he can move around just a little bit. But if he gets somebody that's a pure boxer better than him, he don't want to fight him. No. That Robinson fight, Robinson won that fight to me. Eight rounds and you can give him the rest of the rounds. He still won the fight. They robbed him. Now he's talking about Shakur Stevenson. The boy Robinson beat the shit out you. Made you look like a fool. What you think Shakur gonna do to him? And then all that fake ass, he came back in the second half. He did that. Man, he still was getting touched. Wisconsin was just showboating a little bit too much, but he still was getting touched at will. But you know what I'm saying? He don't want that problem with Shakur. He didn't want that problem at 126. He don't want that problem now. Even when what's my man that Burchett was caught COVID, Shakur was trying to step in. He ain't want that work then. I mean, the only reason why Bob and them pushing the joint now because it's a big fight. ESPN pushing it because it's a big fight. Bob Earn pushing it because of the Terrence Crawford situation.
Right.
And like Bob saying, Bob probably with the shit because they still saying him and Nada Rowdy about to fight. Bob probably saying, look, behind the scenes, this is what probably saying. Look, we're going to try to do this Shakur thing. You just act like you don't want to sign. And we're going to get you Nada Rowdy. That's exactly what is happening. Come on, man. That's what these dudes do. Bob can say what he wanted to say in the public, but behind closed doors, he right with Valdez. Look, man, fuck these niggas. Look, man, we're going to do this. Right. Man, listen, man. I'm giving you behind the scenes talk how people talk behind the scenes, man. They talk just like us. I mean, like when you with your partners, Bob probably say, fuck Shakur, fuck that nigga. Terrence Crawford did this bullshit. I'm going to play along with this bullshit. But look, he not getting this fucking fight. I'm going to give you Nada Rowdy. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's exactly what he's saying.
Right. And like I said, I mean, it sounds about right to me. It sounds because Bob and what you saying to me, it sounds right because of the simple fact is that we all know that Bob didn't want to fight neither. See, Bob was saying that Oscar Valdez didn't want to fight because Valdez didn't want to fight. But what Bob wasn't telling you, he wasn't telling you like, hey, shit, he don't want to fight and I don't want it neither. Because he can't come out and just say that shit. Because see, Bob, he don't look at Shakur Stevenson that he don't think that Shakur Stevenson can sell, right? We know that Bob thinks the Mexican fan base can sell, right? If it's a Mexican fighter, they can sell. Also, I get the foreign money, right? If he fight a Navarrete, right, I get the money from Mexico. I get that foreign check.
And I get the Mexican.
Right. So with Bob, it's more so business because he don't believe in the fan base that Shakur Stevenson brings, right? He believes in the Mexican fan base. That's what Bob. It's more business with him. He like shit. These Mexicans, if it's a Mexican fighter, and if it's a Mexican fighter, and I match him up with another Mexican fighter, I'm getting more money. That's what
just Bob. Hold. I'm not gonna let you do that.
That's what you think.
Bob.
Huh?
It's not just Bob. The PBC believe in the same shit too.
Oh well, we talking about Bob right now. We know they all think like that, but we talking about Bob right now. So with Bob, he don't want to make that fight, but he got put in certain circumstances to where he kind of was cornered to put that shit together, right? ESPN, like, hey, you're gonna have to jump on this shit. We want to fight. It's a big fight, and Bob was, like I said, he know this position that he was in, so he like, yeah, we gonna make that fight happen. Now,
yeah, but listen, it's a game though. Bob don't want to be beat by this motherfucker Terrence Crawford.
Right. But and like you saying, Batman, what you saying is like, yeah, they putting it out there. They putting it out there to ESPN. Like, yeah, we made the fight. We got the date. We got the venue. All this shit. But behind the scenes, he like, man, shit, y'all don't want to fight. Shit, we don't really want you to get in there with this motherfucker, with this slick moving motherfucker neither. We don't, you know what I'm saying? We gonna come. We got you. Don't worry about it. We gonna come with something. But I'm glad that ESPN, Andre Ward, you know, Timothy Bradley, Andre Ward, they gonna keep it real. But Mark Kriegel, that shit surprised me because Mark Kriegel got on his helmet too and was like, hey, he won't sign the contract, you know, and Andre Ward, he kept it 100. He was like, look, Oscar Valdez been running from this man since 126 pounds. Oscar Valdez relinquished his title so he wouldn't have to fight Shakur Stevenson at 126. Now you see the whole ESPN panel is they like, man, fuck this dude, Oscar Valdez. We had a call from up top that this fight was happening. Now we can speak freely on it. We ain't gonna protect because see, before they was always protecting Oscar Valdez and they wasn't really calling him out on the bullshit like they should have been calling him out. Now it's open season. They like, hey, Shakur waiting, the contract is there, but this motherfucker don't want to sign the contract. Oscar Valdez don't want to sign a contract. Now the whole world knows that Shakur Stevenson is waiting and Oscar Valdez won't sign the contract. That shit was heavy. When they said that shit on the ESPN, that was heavy because now the whole world knows. Everybody that was watching that telecast on Saturday night, the casual fans that might, you know what I'm saying, go to a channel because we know some of these platforms, they're going to try to spin the narrative and they're going to try to make it like, they're trying to lowball Oscar Valdez. Or, you know, they're going to try to come up with something to spin the narrative. You feel me?
But y'all see what they did, though.
What they do?
Y'all see what they did? He was in the WBO. They knew Shakur was coming up in the WBO. They got his ass out the WBO and gave him the WBC belt. Come on, man.
Right. And like I said, man, Oscar Valdez, he know what it is. If that belt means so much to him, he might well just drop the motherfucking belt, make an excuse and say, hey, you know, I'm dropping the belt. Because you're going to get beat anyway. How long do he think he going to be able to run from Shakur? How long he think he going to be able to run from this man? Ricky Williams in the building. Salute Ricky Williams. And y'all smash my like button. If y'all in the building, if you ain't smashed the like button yet, make sure that y'all smash the like button. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. And don't cost you nothing to support the channel and to get the likes up. Ricky Williams say, I don't care if they lowball Valdez. No one cared when they lowball Herring. And I don't even think they ain't gonna try to lowball Valdez. I think that's a narrative that they're gonna try to run with. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a narrative that they're gonna try to run with. You know, Oscar Valdez, he not signing the contract because they trying to lowball him. And then they're gonna try to run with that narrative, and you're gonna see videos on that and you know, all of that shit. Oh, Shakur, you know how they do, Batman. Oh, Shakur didn't really want to fight because he had them lowball Oscar Valdez. Shakur, he bluffed it. He don't really want to. Man, you know how they do. They'll spin the narrative any way they want to. My man Zenith 360 in the building. In that super chat, he say, Bob don't want another Mayweather on his hands. If he lets Shakur get the big fights and become a star, Bob will have to pay him or lose him. He says he's going to try to limit his success like he did with Crawford. Now, I got a slight disagreement with you with that Crawford situation because I think a lot of the Crawford shit is Crawford didn't do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I ain't putting it all on Crawford, but I think that a lot of things, and Crawford admitted it himself. And I've seen Crawford personally at events. Crawford didn't do a lot of shit to promote himself, to get himself in that position. You know what I'm saying? To get himself bigger than what he is. He wouldn't do a lot of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, go over here to the Breakfast Club again and fuck with them. He ain't want to do that. Go over here to Funkmaster Flex or whoever and do it. He ain't want to do none of that shit. Go to ESPN and fuck with Stephen A. And we want you to go on that panel. He ain't want to do that. So a lot of the shit was Terrence Crawford on his own, not wanting to move like that. But we don't have that problem with Shakur Stevenson because Shakur, he actually talk a lot more shit than Terrence Crawford. Shakur don't hold his tongue for nobody. He don't hold his motherfucking tongue for nobody. And Shakur gonna talk that shit. He gonna talk that good shit.
He know what it takes to be a superstar.
He got a lot of he got you can sell him outside of the ring a lot more than what you could with Terrence Crawford. You feel me? You can sell him outside the ring a lot more than what you could with Terrence Crawford because he wasn't willing to do a lot of the groundwork outside of the ring. But Terrence Crawford, he got his fan base for just being popular inside the ring and piggybacking off of Errol Spence's name. Because that's when he really started blowing up. Let's keep it 100. But that nigga Money say, Bat, stop eating them damn seeds.
Hungry, man.
Nigga trying to get full off of sunflower seeds. That's when you know a nigga's stomach touching his back. When a nigga out there and your stomach touching your back, the nigga trying to get full off of sunflower seeds. I didn't add shit. I know the feeling.
No, I ain't really trying
shit.
I ain't trying to eat nothing until it's dinner time. So I'm getting big, man.
That nigga Batman mouth dry and them bitch hungry as fuck.
I ain't trying to eat nothing, man. I'm getting too big, man.
Oh shit, nigga say he on that goddamn Oprah Winfrey diet. My nigga on that Oprah diet. My nigga on that Luther Vandross diet and shit, nigga. Motherfucking Batman gonna come back skinny as fuck, cheeks sucked in and shit.
Nah, man, motherfucker. I'm like,
remember when Luther Vandross, motherfucker, be fat as hell. You see him 6 months later, that nigga cheeks sucked in and shit. Hey, oh shit. My dude, what said TV? He said Valdez has a set salary. He says so that lowball excuse can't be used. Valdez don't want to smoke. Bob knows the fight will mess up his money. Yeah, real talk.
Bob trying to have another couple of fights out of Arizona, man.
Hey, real. Let him hold on to that belt as long as he can, huh?
Yep.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all. I don't know. I don't really see how Oscar Valdez gonna get out this shit because at the end of the day, Bob needs this fight. See, Bob don't want the fight, but Bob know he needs this fight to make shit look a little better, right? To clear up that shit. Because if this don't happen, they going right back to what Terrence Crawford said.
But what Bob gonna do is say, Oscar Valdez ain't want to fight. I tried to make the fight. See, he got an excuse already. I already tried to make the fight. This is what they doing behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Look, Oscar, I'm gonna have this shit, pumping this shit all in the media, but don't take the fight.
Right.
You ain't gotta take the fight. I tried to make it. You ain't want it. I can't make you. I can't force you to sign nothing.
Yep.
And that's what they going with.
There's some bullshit, man. We talking about it's funny because we talking about boxing. We talking about a motherfucking gladiator combat sport. And we got bitches like this that don't want to fight. The man in your same weight class, same size, and you don't want to fight.
Man, I don't care how much gladiator sport it is. Even when you look at the gladiators, some of the gladiators were scared of the bigger name gladiators. Come on, man. Man, you know, like I said, because you box don't mean you ain't no bitch. That's the true statement.
That shit crazy. Yeah, Oscar Valdez need to get his little ass in there and get the shit beat out of him. You know what I'm saying? We all want to see it. He been holding on to that motherfucking title long enough. I mean, you know, shit. He had his defense against Robinson-Conceicao, where he should have lost that fight, right? We gave you your motherfucking you had your get out of jail free card. Now you got to prove that you can, you know what I'm saying, be the top opponent. You already had your get out of jail free card. Fuck all that. Ricky Williams said he waiting on Chinese holiday to end so he can get his Turbo T order in. Right. Is that another thing? Is he trying to stall to get that shit out of his system? Because you know, as soon as you sign that contract, you Vada calling. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you sign that contract, you on testing notice. That's how it's supposed to be. If they, you know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be, because in the contract, you're supposed to have the blood and urine testing in there, right? As soon as you sign and y'all both sign on the dotted line and you agree, that's when that testing is supposed to start. So could he be stalling? Remember, what's his name was doing that with the Asian dude with Nico Donaire.
Casemiro.
Yeah, Casemiro. Remember, Casemiro did that shit, and Nonito Donaire, he called him out for that shit. He said, look, this dude trying to stall. He's trying to stall because we got drug testing in front of his face, and he trying to stall, you know what I'm saying, to the last minute so he can get that shit out of his system. You know what I'm saying? Nonito Donaire called that shit out. Could Oscar Valdez be doing the same shit? Because, see, when they take these PEDs, they cycle on them. So if Oscar Valdez wasn't expecting this shit to come up with Shakur Stevenson, right? He wasn't expecting it, and then all of a sudden they put that shit on his helmet and blocked him and cornered him in with it, and he was like, okay, fuck it, we'll take the fight. But then, well, okay, the fight April 30th, we got the contracts right here. We got everything in the contract. Let's get it popping. Oh, shit. I've been cycling. I need time to get this shit. Nope, I'm not signing the fucking contract. I'm not signing shit. I'm not signing nothing. Nope, I ain't signing it. And then, you know what I'm saying? They let that shit drag on for a couple more weeks. And then all of a sudden, they report Oscar Valdez has signed to fight Shakur Stevenson finally. Now he done got all that shit up out of his system. These fighters do shit like that. They do things like that. So like I'm saying, don't put it past them.
I don't really care if he do something, get on something. I don't think he could beat Shakur off something or record.
Me neither. But if you a fighter, right? And I'm not saying this is the case, but all I'm saying is I wouldn't put it past them, right? And so if you a fighter and you used to having some shit in your system, well, I'm gonna let you know one thing. You ain't confident, especially going in there against the Shakur Stevenson. So we looking at it like, we don't give a fuck what you got in your system. You ain't fucking with Shakur anyway. He ain't looking at it like that. He looking at it like, hey, you know what I'm saying? If I could get this motherfucking horse tranquilizer up in my goddamn system and get on that motherfucking and get on my level, can't nobody fuck with me. Look what I did to Miguel Burchell. Look what I did to Miguel Burchell. I'm gonna do the same thing to Shakur if I, you know what I'm saying, if I could just have time to get this cycle through my body and get the benefits. I'm just saying.
I think
you know what I'm saying? It's a plethora of reasons to why he trying to stall the fight. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: it ain't a valid reason why he trying to stall the fight. I guarantee you that.
Hey, to me, man, he ain't fast enough to catch up with Shakur. I don't care what he owe.
Oh, he ain't gonna have to catch up to him. Shakur gonna fight him in the pocket. Shakur gonna fight him in the pocket. He gonna fight him mid-range, and he gonna beat his ass on the outside. Shakur ain't no run. See, I know me and you didn't. Shakur's not a runner like that.
He's not a runner. He's an outside fighter.
But he don't really stay on that. He like to fight on the inside too. He bang on the inside too. It's only one fight that I really saying Shakur just was like, fuck it. I'm staying on the outside and I'm moving the whole fight. And that was against that African, Jeremiah Nakatila. However you say his name. Nakatila, right? Jeremiah. That was against the African. If you go down the line and you watch, I've been watching Shakur from his first fight to his last fight. I watched every single one of Shakur Stevenson fights in the pros. and he fight on the inside a lot. He bang on the inside a lot. You know what I'm saying?
He outside there. He's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
start. He's gonna start from the outside, break you down. Then he's gonna start walking you down.
Yeah, and he get on the inside. And right. So I don't see him just trying to run and move. And
he ain't gonna run and move. He gonna break his wheel from the outside. Then when he feel as though he broke his wheel, he's gonna try to
about the fifth, sixth round at the most. He gonna take it to Oscar Valdez. He gonna break him down. And coach, what's happening with it? Salute coach in the building. My man G5 Gabe in the building. What G5 Gabe said, these motherfucking meat mushers. G5 Gabe, my nigga say these meat mushers and shit. We got all these motherfucking Oscar Valdez meat mushers. Hey, we got coach in the building. What's happening with it, coach? My man Cali Fire in the building. What's happening with it, Cali? But like I said, I was a big Oscar Valdez fan. Until he started, I was an Oscar Valdez fan. You know what I'm saying?
What you tell, but you gotta tell your fellow Mexican fans, man. Oscar Valdez can throw that Mexican warrior shit out the fucking window now.
It's done. Yeah, it's done. You can't talk about Mexican warrior in Mexican style and all that shit, and you scared to get in the ring with another fighter that's in your same weight class. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And the Mexican fans, I know how they roll. They gonna turn on Oscar Valdez. If they don't get up under this story and change the narrative to what, you know what I'm saying, in Oscar Valdez's favor, right? They gonna turn on his ass because that shit ain't looking good for that Mexican style, that Mexican warrior shit. It just ain't. You know? Let me see what we got in the chat. My man Never Around says the Mexican fans, even though Shakur will beat that boy. Only casuals think Valdez can win against Shakur. So I'm on one of my partners on Facebook a couple weeks when they had first announced this, right? One of my partners, he a Mexican. He Mexican, right? He Mexican. And he cool. He know boxing. You know what I'm saying? He fought himself and shit. So he go on there and he like straight up. He like, man, I fuck with Oscar Valdez because he's from the hometown and everything. But he said Shakur Stevenson gonna beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? Shakur he kept it 100. But so the rest of his home partners, the rest of his Mexican partners, they come in there. Oh, well, we just hope that Shakur Stevenson don't run like no bitch. You know, he runs too much, and if he don't run like no bitch, you know, this and that. If he needs to stand toe to toe. So they in here making excuses already, talking about if he don't run like no bitch, he needs to stand up and fight Mexican style with Oscar Valdez, this and that. And I got on there, I said, motherfuckers, how you gonna tell a man how to fight? Y'all motherfuckers, the fight ain't even happening yet, and y'all already making excuses to why Oscar Valdez is gonna lose. So
Oscar Valdez,
nobody thinks that Oscar Valdez can beat Shakur Stevenson. His own fans don't even think that shit.
But he ain't even fight Burchett Mexican style. So tell him go ahead with that bullshit.
Yeah, like that shit had me cracking up laughing. I said, man, his own people and fans is already making excuses because they know he's gonna lose. When you hear a motherfucker, oh well, tell him to run and don't stay and stand in the middle of the ring. How you gonna tell another motherfucker how to fight? Pause. You gotta fight me like this. You throwing too hard. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna fight like this. You gotta throw all jabs. Your hook is too hard. Like, what fuck you tell a motherfucker how to fight this shit? Boxing matchups with Dwayne Freeman. What's happening with it, Dwayne?
What's up, Mark?
He said ESPN seemed like they want listening to the commentaries on Saturday. They want the fight. I think he said ESPN seemed like they want to fight. Yeah, ESPN, the one that's on their helmet. Like, hey, we got a title unification bout. All y'all got to do is do y'all thing, promote the fight. We're going to promote it, and we're going to make this fight big.
Because they looking at it like
ESPN, they're smart, and they see that Shakur Stevenson is a potential superstar, right? They see that Shakur Stevenson can be their next Floyd Mayweather. ESPN sees that. So they like, okay, we know that Shakur has a big buzz from his last fight that he came off of. We need to continue that buzz, and we need to ride him on into a unification bout with Oscar Valdez, right? We need to ride the buzz that he's already on. We don't want to let the buzz die out. But see, what Top Rank and Bob Arum's problem is they do this a lot. A fighter have a big buzz, and they'll let that buzz ride right out. Now ain't nobody talking about Shakur. And a lot of people look at it as like, okay, well, Top Rank, that's how they want it to look. That's what they want, because they don't want Shakur to become a huge superstar, to where, like my man said earlier, to where now he's demanding these huge paydays, and you got to pay him Tyson Fury paydays. You got to pay him paydays like Tyson Fury, right? They want to keep him at a level to where they can say, okay, well, people still not talking about him. He's not that big. They want to keep him at that level. But see, Shakur Stevenson got a big mouth. He got a big mouth. And he ain't going to stand around and just fucking let that shit go like that. Shakur Stevenson, he going to let it be known. And let him beat Oscar Valdez. You think Shakur Stevenson loud now, and you think he on Twitter talking that shit now, let him fuck around and beat Oscar Valdez. Oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. He beat Oscar Valdez. They're going to have to put him on the pound-for-pound list. If he beat Oscar Valdez, like I think he's going to destroy him, they're going to have to put him on the pound-for-pound list. Now, he going to demand that big bread. And you ain't going to be able to shut him up. You can't shut Shakur Stevenson up. You know, Terrence Crawford will be quiet. Terrence Crawford will be quiet, because that's not his temperament. He ain't that loud, flashy, type. Shakur is that dude.
But you know why I like Sean? Because when Andre Ward had him, when he saw that shit wasn't working, he got the fuck away. Look, Andre, that shit was great for you. That shit not great for me, because I want to be a star.
Right. Because Andre Ward was trying to get him to take the route as more like,
the American kid.
Like a Gary Russell or Andre Ward himself. Like, when you get a microphone in front of you, you be politically correct. Don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to cuss, and you don't have to call other fighters out. Like, you keep a smile on your face, make sure that everybody likes you, right? But why do you do that? You do that so the right people, right, that's running, they like you. But that ain't gonna help you in boxing. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't get you nowhere in boxing, right? And so Shakur saw that, and Shakur started. And this is what happened. I don't know what happened exactly between Shakur and Andre Ward, but I kind of can see what happened. Shakur started kind of like swaying into his own personality, right? He started talking big shit. We seen Shakur got into that trouble outside the club, but that's the type of nigga that Shakur is. He's a street dude from motherfucking New Jersey. I ain't gonna say he a street dude, but he got street in him. You know what I'm saying? So he started kind of swaying off from that. Oh, I'm a smile in front of the camera all the time. I'm a nice, kid and all that. He started talking that shit. He started going on Twitter. He started going on, interviews talking shit. When they would have interviews with him on ESPN, they had a script for Shakur. Okay, when you ask this question, this is what you say. Shit, Shakur went all the way off the script. You know what I'm saying? And Andre Ward, I think he kind of noticed, like, hey, Shakur, the way this kid kind of wild, he might be a loose cannon, and I got a job with ESPN. I might want to. I'm gonna go ahead and cut my ties from Shakur. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna, because he ain't really following the blueprint or the path that I told him to follow.
Andre Ward ain't cut ties. He cut ties with Andre Ward.
Well, Shakur, this is what Shakur said. And this is why I'm saying that Andre Ward cut ties with him, because when Shakur, back when it first happened, when Shakur was asked about it, he said, you got to ask Andre Ward. I don't know. Like, I thought we was good. You got to ask Andre Ward. I don't know why. He said, I don't know why we not working. He said, you got to ask Andre Ward why he cut. So Shakur said that Ward cut ties with him. Yeah, money say Ward cut ties. Yeah, Ward cut bait. Yeah, so it was from Shakur's mouth. He said Andre Ward cut the ties with him. So that's what I'm saying.
But I'm talking about how I know he probably put it that way, but this how I figured it out. Because Andre Ward started hating on the kid. Right after that breakup, his next fight he commentated, shorty, he hated on him. Because if they were still together, he would never even talk about shorty like that. And you can tell because he had Timothy Bradley in on it. But that's why I think Shakur.
Like I said, I think it was Andre Ward because you could tell in Shakur Stevenson's face, because one thing is Shakur looked up to Andre Ward. I know because when Shakur, right before he turned pro, I used to be at events and Shakur was always with Andre Ward's wife. He was with their whole family and he was acting like, I ain't gonna say he was acting like Andre Ward, but he had that, just super nice kid persona. Wouldn't say nothing wrong, and I think that's the persona that Andre Ward, and we've heard Andre Ward talk. We heard Andre Ward say, you ain't got to be no Adrian Broner. He didn't say Adrian Broner, but you don't got to be like that to be, Andre Ward ain't with all of that loud rah-rah, getting in. He not with all of that shit. He's
that's why he's great.
Marvin Hagler. Andre Ward is more of a Marvin Hagler type. Just put your head down and work, and you'll get there.
That's why he's a great fighter. That's why he's a great fighter. Never was a superstar. So
right.
It is what it is.
So I think that Ward was just like, if this kid is gonna be, have an attitude like Floyd Mayweather or be loud and rah-rah, and he might get in trouble, I'm gonna have to just cut ties because, I'm with ESPN. I'm a company man now. I don't want that to deflect on me because now if he talking big shit and causing a whole bunch of controversy outside of the ring, right? And I'm not saying that Shakur is going to do that, but I'm saying that comes with the territory when you want to come to that, when you want to get to that next level of stardom, right? So I think Andre Ward was looking at like, I'm a company man. Now I'm going to have to ask, I'm going to have to be asked questions and answer questions about everything that Shakur do. Shakur said this about such and such. Shakur was disrespectful towards Heron. What do you think about just in the Heron fight? If Andre Ward was with Shakur, Andre Ward would have had to answer all them questions. Why is Shakur acting like this? Why did he say this, and that to Heron? Why is he He would have had to answer for all of that shit, right? And I think Andre Ward saw that, and he saw it's best for us just to part ways. And I think it was best for them to part ways because I don't feel that it was. I don't feel like that it was helpful to Shakur's career to go in the path of an Andre Ward, right? And I don't think it would have been helpful for Andre Ward's career over at ESPN to be linked up with somebody like Shakur Stevenson to where he gonna have to answer all the questions for Shakur all the time. You know what I'm saying? They doing events every week, every other week, and that shit come up about Shakur. So it was both. It was best both ways. It was the best both ways for them to split. But anyway, yeah. So let's move on, man. I hope that we do get the fight with Shakur and Oscar Valdez. I hope they do pressure him to sign in the contract, but we don't know. You know what I'm saying? They looking for a way out right now. Move on. Keith Thurman, your boy Keefy. And y'all hit my like button if y'all ain't hit the like button. Let's talk about Keith Thurman. And I'm going to drop a link if somebody else want to hop on the platform. Y'all can get a link if somebody else want to pop on the platform. We're going to cook on this Keith Thurman situation now. My man Keith, one-time Thurman. Y'all been hating on Keith for a long time, Batman. Your ass too. All y'all been hating on Keith, one-time Thurman for a long time. Man, don't nobody like Keith.
I ain't never hate on Keith.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. I'm playing with you. But a lot of niggas been hating on Keith Thurman. My man Knockout Boxing 86 say that Keith Thurman ain't gonna get no fucking knockout. Ain't no way. He said Keith Thurman is pretty much done. He done. You know what I'm saying? He said, ain't no one time ever again. 817, he hating on Keith Thurman. He say not run time. He calling them run time. You know what I'm saying? They got all type of names for Keith Thurman. But when I look at Keith Thurman, when I hear Keith Thurman talk, he sounds very hungry. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really got nothing to lose. Everybody already, you know what I'm saying, talking bad about him. He ain't got nothing to lose, right? He looks in tremendous shape. I'm gonna put this up for y'all. I got it on the thumbnail, but I'm gonna put it up because Keith Thurman really didn't look like that in the Manny Pacquiao fight. You know what I'm saying? He in shape. Surprisingly, Keith Thurman didn't look like that in the Manny Pacquiao fight. He really didn't. So I'm looking at Keith Thurman. I'm looking at him train. I'm listening to him talk, and he sound hungry again. Keith Thurman actually sound more hungrier than he did the last time when he left, right? Leading up to the Manny Pacquiao fight. Last time it was kind of like, it's a get back year, you know, this and that. Now he hungry. He like, man, I'm coming back. I want all of the top dogs. If it's Terrence Crawford, if it's Errol Spence, if it's Uga, whoever it is, I want them. Right? He hungry. He sounded hungry. He's saying that he want to get back to that old Keith Thurman. That one time that I'm knocking your ass out, Keith Thurman. Plus, he don't have no hand injury. He don't have no elbow injury. He's 100% healthy. Keith Thurman is vital because we really, according to him, I'm not in that man's body, right? But according to him, Keith Thurman said he hasn't been healthy since before the Danny Garcia fight. This is according to him. Now he's saying that, hey, it's all smiles with me because for the first time since 2016, 2017, I'm all the way healthy. I don't have no problems. I'm going into the fight and I don't have nothing to worry about. And I'm getting back to business. Now, I think they got the perfect opponent in the ring. They got the perfect opponent because you got a Mario Barrios to where people don't look at him as a complete bomb. They look at him as a pretty good fighter. So you'll still get some credit if you go in there and knock his ass clean out. But the thing is, if you don't knock him clean out, you ain't gonna get no credit for beating him 12 rounds. I don't think. I want to know Money Brown. Money, is you gonna give Keith Thurman credit if he go 12 rounds with Mario Barrios? I want to know what money, because you know, money he gonna come with some left field shit most of the time. I want to know what Money gonna say. If Money, is you gonna give Keith Thurman credit if he go 12 rounds with Mario Barrios? I want to know. Dog Money say hell nah. Hey, 817 Boxing B say Keith worked on that picture for 30 minutes trying to get. Hey, dude, crazy as hell, man. Hey, let up off of Keith Thurman, man. Hey, cut him slack.
If Keith beat the shit out of him for 12 rounds, but if he make it look competitive, fuck no. And then,
I
said,
think you got to knock him out, bro.
Like I said, I don't even really think this is a good fight for him because the man just lost to a 5'5", 135 pounder that just fought at 130 when he fought. So you know, I don't look, man.
So Money say if he beat the hell out of him for 12 straight rounds, then he gonna get credit. He said if he beat the hell out of him for 12 straight rounds, then he gonna get credit, right? Well, this is my thing. And salute to Todd Swindle say, hell no after Tank Stockton. And I'm with Todd. You can't, because if you got power that Keith Thurman got, right? If you got the power that Keith Thurman got, if you beat the hell out of Mario Barrios for 8 rounds, somewhere in there, they got to stop it before it get to the 12th. So if you beating the hell out of him, if you got the power that Keith Thurman possessed, bro, you got to stop this dude. It ain't nowhere around it. Keith Thurman got to stop this man. He got to stop this man. Jay Cooley, he don't like Keith Thurman. Jay Cooley can't stand no motherfucking Keith Thurman. Let's see what Jay Cooley got to say. He said Keith better get him out he better get him out of there in 5 rounds. No excuses. If Tank stopped him, Keith should get his ass out in 5 rounds. I told you, Jay Cooley, he gonna put a whole bunch of pressure on Keith. He said, I ain't giving him credit unless he stop him in 5 rounds. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. I don't give a fuck when he stop him. He just gotta stop him. If he stop him in the 11th round, I'm gonna give him credit, but he gotta stop him. And
if he stop him in the 3rd round,
dominate. If he stop him late, he gotta dominate.
If you stop him in the 3rd round, that'll be too impressive.
Because check it, right? Great fighters. When we talk about the Sugar Ray Leonards, and just I don't know, we could go back to great fighters, right? When they on a comeback, and if they get an opponent like Mario Barrios, a middle of the pack type of fighter, when he ain't the bottom of the barrel and he ain't the top of the food chain, he the middle of the pack type of fighter. Barrios is, right? So when great fighters, when they come and they fight a fighter on the level of a Mario Barrios, they dominate. They dominate to show everybody that they back, because great fighters, they still got the skills, especially if you know what I'm saying, you might be a little rusty in the beginning, but you should still have the skills, the skill set, the power, and everything that you had before to stop a Mario Barrios. So in order for me to say, yeah, Keith Thurman, he looking like he might be back. He got to dominate this kid and stop him. He got to dominate Mario Barrios and stop him. Other than that, I don't want to see him go 12 rounds, because if he goes 12 rounds and Keith Thurman have a tough fight with Mario Barrios, that's it. We can chalk that shit up. We can chalk that up. Like I told y'all before, we can forget about an Errol Spence. I don't even want to see Terrence Crawford get in the ring with him. If he have a tough fight with Mario Barrios, I don't want to see him fight Terrence Crawford. For what? What is Terrence Crawford going to prove beating the Keith Thurman that just struggled with Mario Barrios? I don't give a fuck if he is coming off a 3-year layoff. So Keith Thurman, this is the perfect opponent for him to come in. And like I said, he might have some rustiness, some rust to get off the first 3-4 rounds. I'm going to give him that. But after that, hey, you got to press on the gas and you got to get this dude up out of there. I don't care when you get him out of there, you just got to get him up out of there. Let me see. Mr. Steal Your Chin, what's happening with it? He said, Keith ain't stopping nobody. One time, ain't been one time in how many years? Hey, like I said, he got to do it now. Love Him Down Gaither says, what happens if Barrio beat Thurman? Does Tank get credit? I mean, Barrios beating Thurman don't have nothing to do with Tank Davis to me. Because if Barrios beat Thurman, I think that Thurman just done. If Mario Barrios go in there and beat Keith Thurman, that's it. Thurman might as well go to fucking Nepal with his wife, right? He might as well go over there to Nepal with his wife and pack that shit in. You get beat by Mario Barrios, you done. Lee Stevens says, I want to see where Thurman is. He has not fought in 3 years. Yeah, it's been what, 2.5 years? It's been almost 3 years. Shit, in June or July, it'll be 3 years. But yeah, so 2.5 years. D-Man Jr., what's happening with it? So yeah, we gotta see. We gotta see what Keith Thurman gonna do, man. What you looking like, Keith Batman? What is looking like to you? What you expecting Keith Thurman to do? What you think he gonna do?
Man, I hope he stop him. I mean, if he stop him in the first couple of rounds. Hold on, cuz.
Yeah, so Bobby said, what if Thurman lost to Thurman? Yeah, all right. Love Him Down Gaither says, what you mean you saying Barrios isn't shit? What you mean? I just told you Barrios is a middle of the pack fighter. If you're talking to me, I said it several times. I said he ain't at the top of the food chain. He ain't at the bottom of the barrel. He a middle of the pack type of fighter.
Man, like I say, man, if he don't go out here and stop this kid or beat this kid for 12 rounds to make this kid look like they should have never made this fight with him, then I can't say too much about Keith, man. You just was in a position that you should have never left. Because if your hunger would have never left, you got too comfortable. You was at the top of the top. You got too comfortable. But you know what I'm saying? You just gotta make your statement. But even with that situation, man, I hope Earl don't, man, let them peoples, man, try to make Keith his next fight, man.
Right. But look, my man, Las Vegas Leon. Salute to Las Vegas Leon. He said, "Who your money on this weekend?" I got Keith Thurman. I got Keith Thurman stopping him. I think Keith Thurman gonna stop him. He got to. Like I said, if Keith Thurman is gonna get back to that one time old Keith Thurman, he gotta stop this dude. If Tank Davis stopped him, Keith Thurman definitely gotta stop him. Because and you know what? What's gonna happen if Keith Thurman don't stop Mario Barrios? You know what people gonna say? I told you, Tank Davis would knock out Keith Thurman. That's what they gonna say. They gonna say now Leonard Ellaby. They gonna say Leonard Ellaby was serious about Tank Davis and Keith Thurman. They gonna come with that whole narrative that Leonard Ellaby was serious and that Tank Davis would knock out Keith Thurman. And Keith Thurman knows that. You don't think he know that? You don't think he knows that if he don't go and knock out Barrios, that the whole boxing world gonna be on his head, and they gonna be talking about that Tank Davis is better than him, and Tank Davis can go to 147 and stop him. Come on now. Las Vegas Leon, what's happening with it? My man Las Vegas Leon says, "Who your money on this weekend?" Oh yeah, I read that one. Yeah, I got Keith Thurman for sure, stopping him. Zenith 360, he says, has Keith ever been? He says, has Keith ever fought someone as big as Barrios? I know he coming from 140, but I think Barrios is taller with the longer reach. He says he says he was the same size as Lubin and Rosario at the Tank press conference. Yeah, Barrios is big, real big. Las Vegas Leon, I ain't really got no round. Like I said, I ain't really, thought about no round, but I do got him stopping Barrios. Now, Zenith, you right. Barrios is a big ass 100. He was big at 140 pounds, real big. So that's why he moved up. Coach say drop the link. I got you, Coach. There go the link right there. This link for Coach.
Man, I hope, man, Keith stop that man whipping 4 rounds, man.
I ain't really tripping, like I said, on what round, because I know the man been out of the ring for almost 3 years. I know that. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give him some leniency on that. You know what I'm saying? He been out of the ring for almost 3 years. So I think it's going to take, some rounds for him to get revved up. I think it's going to take him some rounds for him to, really get started and shit. I think he might be a little rusty in the beginning. What's good with it, Coach? What's happening with it?
Man, he gonna stop that boy, man.
You cutting out.
I just don't want
cutting out, Coach.
I said I don't want him to force it. That's the only thing. That's what I hope he don't do. Like force it. Try so hard to get the knockout to prove something. He got to go out there and just be himself and box him and hurt him. He can't go out there looking to get the knockout. So that he got to go out there and let the knockout come. If he start pressing and Barrios not gonna stick up in there, he gonna fight for his life not to get stopped. That's what I think gonna happen. But if he go out there and start pressing and do that Tio shit, what Tio did in that first round against against Cambosis, and then at the end of the round he got caught. See, so that's what you don't want to do. He got to stay focused and just fight his fight and let the knockout come. He can't go out there pressing, because Barrios ain't as bad as just gonna sit there and let him knock him out, because that shit ain't gonna happen like that. But I think he gonna end up stopping him. Now on Barrios' side, if I was Barrios, I'd go downstairs on Keith Thurman all night if I could.
Right.
Because that's his weakness. So everybody on the planet know he don't like it. He don't like it in the tacos. So that's where you bring it. Bring it to the tacos. But I think Keith should get the win. He should get the victory. He should stop Barrios. You know. I mean, that's just not even a fight I would have even considered putting Keith Thurman in. But you know, it is what it is now. So
let me get to the super chat. My man G5 Gabe in that super chat. What's happening with it, G5? He said, keep on cooking, fam. About to go back and lead his. He said, Keith about to go back and lead his flute orchestra. Oh man, ain't nobody got, man. Y'all ain't got no faith in Keith. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Don't Duck Me, son. Y'all ain't got no faith in Mr. Don't Duck Me, son. Man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, right? Batman, coach, I want Keith to get back up top. I really do. Because when he was up there, it made the 147-pound division, it made it more interesting. You know what I'm saying? He is a exciting fighter. We ain't really never seen Keith Thurman in a boring fight. He brings exciting fights. I want to see him get back. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people like, man, I heard you say that you hope that Errol Spence don't fight him.
Yeah, I hope you don't. I mean, next, I want the Crawford fight. You know what I'm saying?
I want the Crawford fight too. Everybody wants the Crawford fight. I hope and pray that we get the Crawford fight. I hope and pray that we get the Crawford fight. But my thing is, Batman, is that if we don't get the Crawford fight and Errol Spence stays, he say, okay, I'm gonna do one more fight at 140 pounds. I mean, shit. I want to see Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. If Keith Thurman looked great in this fight, I would love to see that fight, because I still have a place in my heart for that fight. I still want to see that fight. You know what I'm saying? If we can't get Terrence Crawford, I don't see no problem with Thurman and Errol Spence. What's the problem? You know, unless Errol Spence just, you know, he just like, fuck it, I'm moving up to 154. You know what I'm saying? If he just like, I'm moving up to 154, I'm cool with that. But if he stay at 147, what other fight besides Jerron Boots Ennis, and they ain't really got no history like that. I want to see Keith Thurman.
Yeah, Earl was being petty. But see, Keith thought when Errol was coming up, he was praying somebody knock him off. Or he was trying to play the Floyd Mayweather game. See? That's what he was trying to do. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, he was trying to play the Floyd Mayweather game. He wanna stall him out. And Earl just kept on trucking. And
yeah.
Coach went out, man.
Yeah, he went out.
Y'all can't hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, so he tried to play the Floyd Mayweather game, how Floyd did him. And Keith was trying to be big dogging, you know. He was trying to sun Errol, you know. So that's how that shit went. And that shit backfired on him. You know?
Yeah.
But now Earl could play him sunning him. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like I said, if it come down to them two at 147, if we can't get the Terrence Crawford fight, fuck all that sunning. I want to see the fight.
I do too.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that Errol Spence gonna stop him to the body.
Oh yeah, he gonna stop. No question.
I think Errol Spence gonna stop him. I want to see. I don't know why you niggas don't want to see the fight.
I do.
No, I just don't want to see it after this fight. I would love to see them fight, but not Keith got to put himself back in line. Not with no Mario Barrios.
I mean, he ain't got time to put himself in line. He either gonna fight Errol Spence next, or it ain't gonna be no down the line. Because,
No,
like
I'm
I said,
talking about,
I don't want to see it if
No,
we
listen.
have a Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fight that could be made. I want to see that fight.
yes, I don't
Dada, you a troll. The Dada said healthy, active Thurman beat Smith.
Man, that motherfucker, he snorts some high quality cocaine.
Yeah, high quality, buddy.
But like I said, Keith Keith shouldn't can't jump the line on no Crawford Smith fight.
But that's you going
No.
over what I'm saying.
No,
what
what
I'm
he's
saying
saying is if they can't make the fight,
If they can't make the fight, that's
If they
the only.
can't
I don't
make the
want to
fight-
see no Keith Thurman fight over Errol Spence, and I mean I don't want to see no Thurman and Spence over Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Hell no. But I'm just saying, if they cannot make the fight for some reason, if they just can't get the fight done, the next best fight to me is Keith Thurman and Errol Spence, and it's because of the backstory.
yeah,
The backstory.
Yeah, most definitely. Like I said, I mean, if they can't get that fight going on, yeah, him and Keith, but not, man, look, man. Not how they try and say the WBC is about to try to mandate the Keith Thurman fight after Mario Barrios. I don't want to see that shit, man. I just want to see him and Terrence Crawford go on negotiations and come out with a fight date.
Well, I mean, they can mandate it. They can mandate it, but the mandatory gonna trump it anyway. So,
You mean a unification?
right, the unification gonna trump it anyway. So they can mandate it. So pretty much, we already know it. That's already in play. That if they can't get Crawford in the ring, that's the fight we gonna see. I can promise you, that's what's gonna happen, bro. So
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind, but you know,
that's hard to
if he
happen, but
do
that's
get
what's gonna
Crawford,
happen.
and if he do get Crawford, I want to see the Earl Spencer and Keith fight after that.
Yeah, I mean, but from this
You know,
point forward, though,
Earl,
yeah.
you can't do what he do. You owe him an ass whooping. That's all.
Yeah, they already setting that shit in play. That shit is already in motion. If Keith get past Barrios, which we expect them to do, and Errol get past Ugas, in which we expect them to do, Errol gonna go up. They're gonna start negotiations with Terrence Crawford. If that shit fall through, they're gonna be like, well, fuck him, and he gonna get it because it's a big fight. It's gonna generate a lot of money with Keith Thurman and Errol.
You got to have a fallback plan. You got to
Right.
have a big fallback plan if you're on the level of Errol Spence now.
Right. And Keith Thurman, that's going to generate some money, bro. Because you got a lot of fans wanted this fight a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to generate buzz and it's going to generate revenue. So, I mean, I think it's smart for them to do what they're doing, to be honest with you.
Keith Thurman got to go out there and get the knockout. And I think a lot of niggas know that shit. If Keith Thurman get the knockout, see, a lot of dudes is looking at it like they praying that Keith Thurman don't knock out Barrios, because they kind of looking at it like if Keith Thurman knock out Barrios, he fighting Errol Spence next, because they're gonna be able to build onto that. Keith Thurman will give them something to build on. I'm one time again, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I'm one time again, I'm back. I'm not injured. They can build on top of that. But if he don't knock out Barrios, they ain't got shit to build that fight on. They don't have nothing to build on.
Yeah, but Mr. Steel Chin got a point. Motherfucking, if you don't make this fucking Spence fight, you still gotta, if you talking about going to 154 to fight Jamel, you still gotta do business with the PBC. So if Crawford don't get the Smith fight, the shit don't make no sense.
All right, it don't, because you.
I got that knockout. I got that bet.
Well, we already got a bet on it. The knockout boxing. We already got a bet on it.
Okay, because I take that bet because Keith gonna stop Barrios. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Okay, what you bet knockout? I already got my bet with knockout locked in.
Barrios skills is not fucking nowhere near. And y'all gonna see that, and Keith gonna stop. Y'all gonna see.
Yeah, Barrio get tired in the later rounds anyway.
Yep, he's gonna get stopped. I'm telling you right now. He's gonna.
If you ever did a report on him, that's why I thanking him for.
Yeah. He's gonna see. Knock out digging himself a nice little fucking hole that he gonna trip on. He gonna trip in. That's what he doing. Build you a nice little hole this weekend, partner.
What y'all think about Terrence Crawford and Tim Tszyu?
Terrence Crawford, Tim Tszyu. I don't know. Last time I saw Tim Tszyu, he fought Jeff Horn. I ain't saying about today. I gotta
That's
go back.
fine, knockout. That's fine, bro.
I gotta go back and look at him.
Make the same run.
So what y'all got? Y'all got a bet in? What he bet you 75?
Same shit, huh?
Same as me? Oh, okay, bet.
It's fucking. I'm gonna tell him right now. He ain't gonna be without stopping though. That ain't happening. Shit. Nigga, I don't fucking bet on some push-ups, nigga. Bet some bread.
What you need, something from me, knockout?
Bet some bread. That's all right.
Come back. What's happening with it, Scotty? Scotty said Crawford versus Tim Tszyu is a damn good fight. That's a good fight. If you look at it, if you look down Tim Tszyu resume, Tim Tszyu is destroying these dudes, and he's doing it early too.
Can fucking fight. Y'all can see what y'all want. That motherfucker can fight.
It's fine. Can fight.
And that motherfucker got punching power like his paw too.
That's a fight, dog. Tim Tszyu versus motherfucking and that'll be at 154 versus Terrence Crawford. That's a dangerous fight for Crawford at 154.
Yeah, but I mean, Crawford gonna fight him without a title.
I think Tim Tszyu, he got like a secondary title at 154, don't he?
But
he got like a WBA regular or something.
Fight, bro. I'm straight up. That dude can fight, bro.
Let's see what Tim Tszyu. So Tim Tszyu, he stopped Dennis Hogan. I think he stopped Dennis Hogan faster than Jamal Charlo did. Didn't Charlo fight Dennis Hogan?
Yeah, he ain't stop him though. You talking about the white dude?
Yeah, he stopped him. Jamal Charlo stopped him.
Jamal.
But Tim Tszyu stopped him faster. I mean, it don't really mean nothing. But Tszyu, he beat the fuck out of Jeff Horn. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford fought Jeff Horn, and Tim Tszyu, he beat up Jeff Horn way worse than what Terrence Crawford did. So I mean, but like I said, they both beat him. I ain't trying to,
Tim Tszyu a big boy too, bro. He ain't small. That motherfucker can fight, bro.
Tim Tszyu, he got 20 wins and 15 knockouts.
I know they was trying to get.
He went the distance. He's went the distance. His last fight, he got a unanimous decision, but he dominated that bitch.
But I know they were trying to get Jamel 10 million to come on over Australia.
That's right. They was trying to get Jamel to go take his titles over there, and Jamel was like, "Nah, fuck all that. I ain't going to Australia to fight no motherfucking Tim Tszyu for 10 million, whatever you talking about." Let me get to this super chat. My man Zenith 360 off in that super chat coming through once again. He say Keith made the mistake of jumping into a big fight after one tune-up. Don't think he will do that again. And this not a final eliminator. I don't blame PBC for creating options. Bud team flaky. Yeah, you gotta have some options. You know what I'm saying? Because see, the 147-pound division is getting thin. It's getting thin for PBC because you got Sean Porter, he didn't retire. Danny Garcia moved up. We got Jerron Ennis, he ain't with the PBC. You got Ugas, him and Errol Spence about to fight, so one of them gonna wash each other out. You know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao retired. So if you look at the PBC, right, and you look at the 147-pound division, it's getting thin. So they need another big fighter on the PBC to come through. They need somebody else to break through. And Keith Thurman, he already has the fan base. He already got a name. So it's a lot of pressure on Keith Thurman too. And I think he know that. Damn, he said he want 30 push-ups right now, Batman.
Who knockout?
Yeah. Damn. Oh, came out of nowhere with that shit.
We ain't tripping out, man.
There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right. There we go. There we go.
Look at Grady, boy. Grady knocked them bitches out, boy.
You got 2,157 left. Hey, shit. Man, who made that fucking bet? Yo ass nigga, who came up with the 2,500 push-ups?
Nah, it's 2,000.
It's 2,000. Who came up with it? Why you come up? Who you did? Nigga said he'll do 2,000 push-ups, and they robbed Gary Russell, man. Hey, they said Batman gonna be looking like Flex Wheeler after he get done with all these motherfucking push-ups.
Man, they ain't doing nothing but help me out, man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's the attitude we got. Knockout said he appreciate that. He said Coach and Keith will be next. Man, you tripping, bro. You gonna be doing them fucking push-ups. Your ass gonna be put. This is Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and I got push-ups to do. Hey, he gonna be doing them push-ups. Shit.
Go ahead, Bat.
Yeah,
What's up, Coach?
knocking them out.
Man, you know they robbed me, man. It's cool.
World Combat said this should be implemented all through Facebook. He said, check down on the live on site. Yeah, we're gonna have to start doing this more. You know what I'm saying? Get it in on site. Yeah. But yeah,
after this weekend, Knockout gonna look like fucking Blu-ray.
Right. Oh shit! It said Knockout gonna be motherfucking doing pull-ups, thrusting in the air and shit.
Come on, I ain't about to be
shit. They said after this week, Knockout gonna be grinding in the air and shit, doing pull-ups.
Look at the homework, man.
Oh shit! Hey y'all, man, y'all hit my like button. On that note, man, we gotta wrap this shit up. Y'all hit the like button, man. I'm gonna go see what the fuck BF talking about, man. Y'all crazy as hell, man. And happy birthday again to 817 Boxing B. With his
happy birthday, Soldier.
Happy birthday, 817. Shit, y'all got tears in my motherfucking eyes and shit. But yeah, y'all hit my like button. Y'all smash on the like button before we get up out of here. Another great show. You know, we back tomorrow, same time, same place. And yeah, let me get your last words, Coach, before you get up out of here.
Peace and love to everybody, bro. Y'all stay up, and man, I appreciate you always come let me on, bro. You know, it's a beautiful thing talking boxing, even though we get pissed off at this game. This shit is like golf, bro. You go play golf and you can have a bad day and hit one good shot and bring you back. So that's how boxing is. You have one, get pissed off at all kind of shit happen, then something good happen, you know. So that's how it is, brother. But y'all have a good day, man. Peace out.
Man, you too, Coach.
Yes, sir. You too, Coach. Batman, let me get your last words before we get up out of here.
Man, like I always say, man, hopefully, man, we get all the fights we want this year. Hopefully, Devin Haney get what he want. Hopefully, man, you know, he get the George Cambosa fight, man. Get a couple more fights at 135. And then move up to 140, man, because it's a big present waiting on his ass. But you know, other than that, man, you know, hopefully, you know, Al Heyman and them start playing with Mr. Gary Russell. I did, you know, his shoulder healed from his surgery. When he go get it, they give him the young boy Chris Colbert, because everybody know he really won that fight. You know,
Right.
They go ahead and give him Chris Colbert, man, because Chris Colbert said some shit the other day talking about man, let the old man get his shoulder fixed and come on back and let me beat his old ass. So
Oh,
you know.
shit. Y'all know his body, son. Y'all know his body. Chris Colbert. You know my hey, Shakur know my body, son. Shakur know my body, son.
So you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, man, then you know we get Earl and Crawford. We get we about to get Jamel and Castillo again, right? In like May or April, right?
You mean Jamel and Brian Castano?
Yeah, Castano.
Yeah. We getting them. I think they fighting it. They pushed it back. I think it's in March.
In March.
Yeah, I think it might be in March.
March. Yeah. And then April we get Earl and Ugas. Man, we got great boxing.
I'm gonna try to slide out to that Earl fight. I want to see that, especially if they having it down in the D. I want to slide out there.
Oh, they having it down Texas?
I think they might. I don't know where they having it at. I'm saying if they do have it in the D, I want to slide out there for sure. Yeah, for sure. But yeah,
that might be a joint I might take my son to.
Yeah, that'll be, you know what I'm saying? That's one right there to go to. But yeah, salute to everybody in the chat. I appreciate everybody coming through, everybody that supported, you know, that hit the like button. Smash on the like button if you ain't hit the like button. And everybody that supported in the super chat. And we will be back tomorrow. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone.